ano ba yung mga nakakaapekto sa pension ng isang miyembro? So the amount of retirement benefit will depend on the following 3 factors. Okay? So may 3 factor na nakakaapekto sa pension ng isang retiree. Una, yung ating average monthly salary credit. Okay? Dami at laki ng hulog ng isang miyembro. So again, nire-represent yan ng average monthly salary credit. Okay? Gaano karami, gaano kalaki yung hinuhulog ninyo. Pangalawa, yung credited years of service. Nire-represent naman ito yung tagal ng paghuhulog kay SSS. Gaano ka na ba katagal na naghuhulog kay SSS? Again, nire-represent yan ng credited years of service. At pangatlo, okay, yung number of dependent child or children, if any. Okay? So kanina natutunan natin, di po ba, sa dependent pension. So magkano ba ang dependent pension? Again, it's 10% of the basic monthly pension or 250, whichever is higher, and that is applicable up to 5 minor children starting from the youngest without substitution. So definitely nakaka-apekto siya sa pension ng isang pensioner. So just imagine kung ang pension ng isang retiree is nasa halagang, sabihin na lang natin, 15,000 pesos. Okay? So tapos meron siyang 5 anak na below 21 years old. Okay? So just imagine, bawat bata meron silang dependence pension na nagkakahalaga na 1,500. So i-multiply mo yun by 5. So that's 7,500. Di po ba? So imagine from 15,000, idagdag mo yung 7,500 na dependence pension. Okay? So magkano na magiging pension ng ating retiree? So from 15 to 22,500 plus yung additional pa natin na 1,000. Okay? So again, yan yung 3 factor na nakaka-apekto sa pension ng isang retiree. So pagdating naman po sa formula sa pag-compute ng pension, so may 3 po tayong sinusunod dyan na formula. So the highest amount derived from using the 3 formulas, yun po yung magiging pension ng retiree. Okay? So yung first formula natin, yung 300 plus 20% times AMSC plus 2% times AMSC times CYS minus 10. So dito sa first formula, ginagamit natin dito yung average monthly salary credit. So yan po yung AMSC at yung credited years of service o CYS. Okay. Yung second formula naman, 40% times your average monthly salary credit. At yung third formula naman, minimum pension. Actually, yung pangatlo, hindi nga siya formula kasi fixed na siya eh. So, ang tinitignan na lang po natin dito ay yung credited years of service. Ilan po ba yung na-earn ninyo na credited years of service? So, doon po nakabase kung magkano po yung pinakamababang pension na pwede ninyong matanggap. So kung yung miyembro po ay mayroong kulang, okay, mas mababa sa 10 CYS or credited years of service, ang pinakamababang pension po dyan ay nasa 1,000. Kung yan po ay nasa 10 CYS, 1,200. At kung umabot po yan ng 20 CYS and above, ang pinakamababang pension po ay nasa 2,400. And effective January 2017, meron po tayong additional benefit na 1,000 pesos. Okay. Yan. So how to determine? So isa-isahin muna po natin. Kanina sabi natin ano ba yung mga factor na nakaka-apekto? Average monthly salary credit, credited years of service, at saka independent child of children. So napag-usapan na natin yung dependence pension. Ngayon yung 2 factor na lang. The average monthly salary credit at saka yung credited years of service. Paano ba kinukuha yung average monthly salary credit? May 2 formula tayo dyan na ginagamit. Una, the sum of the last 60 monthly salary credit prior to the semester of contingency. Kukunin natin muna, i-exclude natin yung semester of contingency. So halimbawa, yung date of retirement is this month, October 2024. So yung semester of contingency po niyan will be from July to December 2024. Ibig sabihin, starting June 2024, paatras, okay, kukunin natin yung last 60 posted monthly salary credit. Ito total natin yan and then i-divide din natin by 60 para makuha natin yung average. Yung second formula naman, the sum of all monthly salary credit prior to the semester of contingency and divide it by the number of contributions paid in the same. Again, halimbawa, ang date of retirement ay October 2024. Ang semester of contingency niya will be from July to December. Ibig sabihin, bibilangin natin nakailang hulog siya hanggang June 2024. Okay? So kung halimbawa yung miyembro meron siyang 200 contribution from his first contribution up to June 2024, nakabuo siya, meron siyang naipon na nasa 200 contribution. I-total po natin yung 200 monthly salary credit na yun and then i-divide din natin by 200. Okay? So kung alin po yung mataas sa dalawa, okay? Yung mataas na value na makukuha natin, yun po yung gagamitin natin na average monthly salary credit. Okay? Then, yung credited years of service naman. For the credited years of service, tatlo yan. So, meron tayong Formula A, Formula B, and Formula C. Okay. So, yung tinutotal lang po natin. Okay? So, yung A, B, and C. So, ito po yung nakikita niyo ngayon sa inyong screen. Yung Formula A plus B plus C, ginagamit natin yan, tinutotal natin yan. Kung yung miyembro kung yung isang tao ay naging miyembro na ng SSS prior to 1985. Samantala naman, Formula B and C lang ang tinutotal natin kung yung kanyang membership ay nag-umpisa after January of 1985. Okay, so paano ba natin kinukuha yung CYS para sa A, B, and C? Yung Formula A is the number of calendar years from the date of coverage up to 1984. Okay, so ito yung tinatawag natin na bonus CYS. Kasi ang tinitignan na lang natin dito is yung calendar year of coverage. Okay, so kailan ba kayo naging miyembro ng SSS? Kung kayo ay naging miyembro prior to 1985. So halimbawa yung halimbawa na lang, for example, si Juan de la Cruz, okay, naging miyembro siya. Sabihin na lang natin January 1970. So anong gagawin lang natin? From 1970 to 1984, so that's 15 years. So that's 15 CYS. So hindi na natin titignan may hulog ba yan. Okay? So ang importante, yung calendar year of coverage na 1970. So from 1970 to 1984, so that's 15 years. So that's also equivalent to 15 CYS. Okay. Yung Formula B naman, from year 1985 to 2001, kinakailangan na yung miyembro meron siyang hindi bababa sa 6 months contribution for each year to earn 1 CYS. Okay? By the way, yung 1985 to 2001, that is 17 years. So if walang naging gap in service yung miyembro or sabihin na lang natin meron siyang hindi bababa sa 6 contribution each year starting 1985 to 2001, so pwede rin niyang makuha yung maximum CYS for Formula B na 17 CYS. Okay? And then for Formula C naman, from January 2002 up to the calendar year containing the semester prior to the contingency, tapos ito-total natin yan and then i-divide natin by 12. Halimbawa, sabihin na lang natin yung miyembro, again, ang date of retirement niya ay October 2024. Okay, so ang kanyang semester of contingency, so dahil yun na i-exclude natin, di ba? So exclude natin yung July to December 2024. Ipagpalagay na lang natin na yung miyembro nakaipon siya ng 132 contribution, okay, from January 2002 up to June 2024. So 132 months. So ang gagawin natin, i-divide lang natin yun by 12. So ibig sabihin, meron siyang na-earn na nasa 11 CYS. Okay? So ito-total lang natin, bibilangin lang natin na kailang hulog ka starting January 2002 up to the month prior to the semester of retirement and then i-divide mo siya by 12. So pag nakuha na ninyo yung CYS for Formula A, B, and C, ito-total natin yan at yun po yung magiging total credited years of service ninyo. Okay? So once na makuha na ninyo yung CYS at ganoon din kanina yung ating average monthly salary credit, babalik tayo dito sa formula natin. Yung po yung i-apply natin dito sa ating tatlong formula. So kung alin ang mataas sa tatlo, yun po yung magiging pension ng ating retiree. Okay?